feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take.
Hello, everyone. That has never, ever happened to me before. Okay? Never. For as long as I have been on StreamYard, all of my devices are Apple except for my phone. So it could be my iPad because my iPad was open at the same time. And I think it was Justin who said that it could be that. But I can tell you what, right now, already I have gotten multiple messages saying that this has happened to specifically people speaking on Katie. And I can tell you what, right now, if you think that's going to shut me up, it's just going to make me go harder. Okay? That has never happened to me before. Even the fact that my whole entire screen shared, which I don't care. Like, we're going to be a vlogging family anyway. Like, there's going to be vlogs coming you guys' way, so I don't give a shit about that if you guys see that. But the point is, that's really fucking weird that happened. Very weird. So I'm just saying that if you think that that's going to stop me, no, it's not. It's just going to make me go harder. I am not the type of person that gives up. I stand up for what I believe in. Okay? This isn't even me defending Molly or Justice for All, even though I think that it's great what they have done for Miss Letitia and her family and how they stand by them. How they stand by Miss Letitia no matter what. They're not throwing her under the bus. They're not doing any of those types of things. But I will tell you right now, that's not going to stop me from speaking. That's all I could say. That's all. And that's all I will say. Nobody's going to shut me up. Nobody's going to stop me from using my voice. And like I said, it's not about anything else but standing up for what is right. I have watched Katie do this over and over and over again to so many people. And I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say. And I don't care if there was 5 people in here or 500. So we are going to finish this. It shouldn't take that long now because I have it up right where we left off. We are going to finish this. We are going to continue to talk about this. And I'm not going to stop talking about this. And let me tell you something else. I don't put up with slander. And I have the financial means to do something if I am ever slandered. Period. Or harassed in any way. Nobody is scared of you, Katie. Nobody. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Like, literally, it just shared my screen, my whole screen. You have a choice on StreamYard. You can either share whatever it is that you choose to share, or you can share your whole entire screen. If anybody knows StreamYard, then you know how that works. I literally didn't share anything but Facebook. That's all I shared. But somehow my whole screen was shared. And then it just literally went to 2 of me. And I couldn't I didn't have the option to kick myself out. You know how you can have the option to kick somebody out? I didn't even have that option to do that, which was very odd to me. Very odd. I think the most oddest thing is that my screen was shared. That's weird to me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen really quick and we're going to get back to this. And I left it right where we left off. I apologize to everybody who waited for me, and I apologize to the people that were in here, but that was seriously the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me on StreamYard. Yeah, right, Live with Molly. It's weird. It's very weird. Now, I'm not saying that it couldn't have been a technicality with StreamYard, but I do find it ironic how it's happened to others today that's spoken about her. So, hold on one second. I'm going to pull up my screen. Now, I'm not accusing anyone. I don't have any proof of it. So I'm not accusing anyone. It could have been anyone. I got a lot of haters, but I will honestly say that that was very, very, very weird. Welcome to the Glam Fam, Tios. Is it Tios Nini? Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. And I'm glad that you guys were able to come back. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. We're going to finish this. I tried everything I could to save that stream now. I tried. I kept kicking myself out. I even reloaded my screen. I did everything and nothing I was doing was working at all. So I do seriously apologize for that. But like I said, that's very, very weird. Welcome back, Zaylee, aka Mac. Welcome. And welcome back to all of you. Thank you so much for coming back because I know it's late. But we're almost done. We're going to finish this. So let me. Okay. And I seen before I share I'm sharing now, but before I play it, Goose, I seen Justin say that, but I didn't have the option to kick myself off for some reason. It wouldn't even let me kick myself off. Either one of me that was on here. But trust me, I was trying everything that he was saying. Like I was listening to him, but it wouldn't even let me kick myself off, which was really weird. Yes, it's 2:40 here too, Betty, but we're almost done. I promise. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. All right, so let's play this.
You are that. You are that.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm telling you on your. But you don't go to QS.
You bet you I don't.
Maybe on Vaughn's money.
Vaughn's
maybe on
money.
the fundraiser. Maybe on the scammer fundraiser you're running. Maybe so.
The scammer? Why do you keep saying we're scammers?
Where's the attorneys? Show receipts.
You would have to ask Letitia. One of them was doxxed. Did you see the one attorney was doxxed?
An attorney is supposed to do that. They're supposed to take phone calls for their clients. You can't dox an
So you
attorney.
admit that she does have an attorney.
No, she doesn't. Prove it. You can't dox an attorney is what I'm saying. When you have a
First of all, Michelle, yes, you can dox an attorney, for one. Okay. Do you think attorneys want, especially when it's something high profile like this, of how popular this has become on the internet, do you think an attorney wants their name to be known? So that way people can start calling them and all that stuff. An attorney can remain anonymous until they end up in court. An attorney does not have to disclose their name if they don't want to. And Miss Letitia doesn't have to disclose an attorney's name either. Period. So you're not making any sense there. She doesn't have to say anything, nor does she have to prove a damn thing. She doesn't. Especially to somebody like KJ.
That was her attorney. She was in tears.
Okay, so I just want to like stop right here. Molly's going to say multiple times, one, that was her attorney, and then later on she's going to say, I don't know about an attorney. She's going to have different understandings about the attorney.
That's because it's none of your business, Katie. It is none of your business. It's none of nobody's business who the attorney is. It really isn't. Thank you, the best mama bear. It's nobody's business. Like I said, you are not the police of anything. Nobody owes you an explanation for nothing. And nobody has to prove anything to you either.
She's not going to know about attorneys. Right here, she says that an attorney was doxxed and people were calling the attorney. Michelle has a completely valid point here. Attorneys are public-facing people for clients. You cannot dox an attorney because an attorney is a, what do you call it? It's like they're an officer of the court. So if you hire...
I just want to say, I feel really bad for your supporters, Katie, because you seriously think that they're stupid. Okay? It doesn't matter if an attorney is an officer of the court. If an attorney does not want their name out there, then they don't have to have their name out there. Okay? So miss me with that.
An attorney, they are a public officer of the court. They're filing things in court for you. You cannot dox an attorney. They have a public-facing phone number. They work for their clients. They are in the public. They are a business. They're not a private individual. So if someone puts out someone's attorney information, you're not doxing the attorney. I had nothing to do with an attorney name being leaked.
It is up to the client if they want to disclose their attorney's name. Okay? Regardless of whether she has an attorney or not, that's her business. And if she wants to disclose that attorney's name, she can. However, she didn't, which means her attorney was doxxed. She didn't give you the information about her attorney's name. Someone else put it out there. That is her attorney. Duh.
I don't even know where that was leaked. I think it was leaked in one of the groups. But either way, here she's saying that that is the attorney. Okay, so I just want you to remember that part. Like, she's clearly saying that is the attorney.
To handle things for you. They're supposed to give out their names and phone numbers, Molly. You can't dox an attorney.
Well,
That's
then
their
you don't-
job.
First of all, you could dox an attorney's private phone number. You could dox attorney's private address, but they're not doxing an attorney's private address or phone number if they're sharing the attorney name. That's completely different.
No, it's not completely different. Regardless of whether an attorney is the officer of the court, if I get an attorney right now, if I don't want to tell my attorney's name, I don't have to tell my attorney's name. And if I secretly go to somebody behind the scenes and tell them my attorney's name and they put it out to the public, that's doxing. Okay? Or disclosing personal information. That's just my opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion on something like this, but I just feel like when it's if an attorney is in like a high profile case, okay, and you have all of these people trying to call CPS, trying to do this, trying to do that, Exactly. The name and number was doxed. But if you have all these type of people trying to call and confirm, no, that's not how it works. If I give my attorney's name publicly, then fine. But if I choose to keep my attorney's name to myself and someone else discloses that personal information, to me, that's doxing. Highly doubt that KJ would want her attorney's info put out so people could easily call and berate him. Exactly. Like, duh, that's just common sense. No attorney, it's really up to the client, to be honest with you. When it's a high profile case like the Johnny Depp case, of course, people are going to speak publicly, all of that kind of stuff. But when it comes to something that kind of blew up on the internet, do you know how many people would be trying to contact that attorney? She didn't put that information out there for a reason, and somebody else did.
Doxing is what Molly did on her channel last night, where she showed a photograph of a woman, said the name of the woman, told people where to find her on their social media, and told people to do with what they wanted. That's very different.
Actually, what are you talking about? The way that you're talking, Katie, you're talking like you've never done that before. Do you know how many people you have doxed? Yes, doxing is when you put out a police report, you put your watermark on it, and you don't redact it. Doxing is calling LB by her real name when that's not her name. Her real name is not used publicly. That's doxing. Calling people by their last name when their last name isn't on YouTube, that's doxing. You are the last person that needs to talk about doxing, okay? You fucking hypocrite.
She doesn't have an attorney.
Prove it. How hard
We've
is it to
already
prove
seen
it?
it. Everybody
No,
called
you've
the
never shown
attorney.
any proof. You've never shown one proof.
What
There's
am I
no
supposed to
proof.
show? She's not my attorney.
Well,
They
you're
put
raising
out her
money.
name,
If
they
you're
put
raising
out her
money for
number.
her.
A bunch of people called and said, "Are you representing Letitia Bias?" And
Did she say
Letitia
yes?
Bias freaked out and said, "How
Did
did
the
these
attorney
people
ever say
know?"
yes? Did the attorney ever say yes? Has there ever been any
I
proof?
wasn't on the phone because I never called her for
So you're
attorney.
collecting all this money?
Okay, so now she says she doesn't know who the attorney is. She never talked to the attorney. She knows nothing about the attorney. So she said there is.
That's because it's none of your business and it's none of Michelle's business. And she doesn't owe Michelle an explanation for shit, and she doesn't owe you an explanation for shit, KJ. And let me tell you something else. It's funny to me, okay, how people can compare or even say that Molly's behavior is worse than Katie's. And the reason why I say that is I'm not saying I agree with everything Molly does, but she is nowhere near as bad as Katie. Katie has doxed every person she's encountered. She has accused people of dangerous things. She has slandered so many people on here. She has done some of the most dirtiest shit, accusing people of murder that she has no freaking clue, but does it anyway. She has done some of the dirtiest shit that I've ever seen here on YouTube. So miss me with that. That's why she keeps bringing up Molly, because to her, obviously, she's jealous. But for two, she's trying to make Molly the villain. When in reality, people don't look at Molly as the villain. They look at you as the villain, KJ. You are the one that people see straight through all of your projection and deflection.
As an attorney, people were calling her. She was crying, but Molly has never verified if she has an attorney, has never talked to the attorney. Okay, so Molly's story has changed again.
What? Where am I collecting money? I don't
You
know.
just stopped. You were running Cash Apps, PayPals, And
She said, where was I collecting money? She was on her runner. On every video that she does, you can see that she's telling you to give her tips. Did you know that while she's doing all of this, she has an admin that's dropping things in saying, do you need a life coach? Let Molly be your life coach. Could you imagine the way that Molly speaks to people and like you're advertising for a life coach? Or do you want to
What the fuck? You are like, wow. I have never, seen somebody is entitled as KJ. First of all, if she's a life coach, what is she your life coach, KJ? You need a life coach, okay? But you need, never mind. What I'm going to say is, so what if she's asking people if they need a life coach? Who cares? What does that have to do with you? Do you not see how jealous you look right now? It's crazy how jealous. I mean, I know jealousy is a powerful emotion, and I always tell you guys that. But it's like, why do you have to be so obvious with your jealousy? And you're trying to sit here and say that you don't watch Molly? If she's not your life coach, what the hell do you care for? Exactly. It does. It's defamation. I'm telling you, she's walking a fine line here. And especially because she won't stop. She's obsessive. And it's like, now I see as clear as day why she has so many lawsuits. She doesn't stop. It's very creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think she's more creepier than Michelle, in my opinion.
send Molly a gift? Here's her Amazon wish list. Do you want to send Molly a gift? Here's her PayPal. During all of these stories, she's in.
But why do you care? It's none of your business. Why do you care? Like,
Inserting her mods are telling you like you can get a signed autograph, send us $15. She was pushing the Cash App on her screen. She was encouraging people to donate.
Ran her Cash App. I promoted her Cash App.
You said-
There's a difference.
You
Use
said,
your words wisely. woman.
I second that. Do you know how many YouTubers have Cash Apps? Do you know how many YouTubers promote their side business in their chat? Just because you're not smart enough to have a side business, KJ, because you're so obsessed with the Duggars and now your new obsession is Molly, doesn't mean other people are like that, where they can only focus on one or two things. Some people have multiple businesses on just besides YouTube. You are who you are, and other people are the way that they are. But what other people do is none of your business. And one of the biggest things that I have always noticed about you, KJ, is you were jealous of Dre McCray for the money that she makes in the beginning. You talked about how much money, how much revenue she was bringing in from her Facebook ads. You talked about all of that quite a bit. Mind the business that pays you, sweetheart. Worry about your own damn pockets instead of worrying about everyone else's. You see, that's the problem I have here on YouTube, unless you're a scammer like Natasha. That's the problem I have with people on YouTube. They don't mind the business that pays them. If you focused on your own damn pockets more than other people's, maybe you would have more money. Because I'm sorry, somebody that focuses on other people's money that much is, number one, jealous, obviously, and number two, jealous, obviously. And maybe you're not making as much money as you say you are.
Choose your words wisely, woman.
I will.
Choose them wisely.
Start sending
I
money to
never
HARASS,
had access to her banking or her bills.
You said start sending
Don't
money
do
to
that
HARASS
to this
and
lady.
Miss Latisha.
Do not. Listen,
Then
say
when
what
you
you
go-
want.
I never had access to her banking or her bills.
And see, here's the thing. You can sit here and focus on this whole situation, and you're doing commentary on this specific live stream with Michelle. However, you don't even know the story about Michelle, and I don't know the whole entire story either. But you're sitting here talking about Molly promoting a life coach and all of those types of things. But here's the thing, Michelle wanted Molly to be her life coach. You're literally doing commentary with a woman that is very upset because things didn't go her way. Period.
No one ever asked her to have access to her banking or her bills. But if she's promoting a fundraiser, and she was telling people on her live that she had 2 attorneys. So if she's confidently sitting up there on her channel saying she has 2 attorneys, and then here she's saying she doesn't know about any attorney. And all of this is being used to recruit you to be I don't know how anyone would want to have any advice from Molly.
That's your opinion. And to be honest with you, I don't understand why anybody would go by your opinion, because you're jealous. Like very, very jealous of somebody. So of course you're going to bash her as a life coach. You're going to bash her as a YouTuber. Of course you're going to do that.
Want to say about me, talk the way you want to talk about me, but please leave this lady alone.
Someone sent you $1,200.
So no one can talk about Letitia or Wynette or Marvon, but they can relentlessly talk about Dre, dissect the children, send people to Dre's house.
You see, Katie, you've done all those things. You're talking about yourself. You are the one who has done all of those things. So you don't have a right to sit there and judge what other people do when you've done the exact same thing. As I've told you before, you can't rewrite history. Okay? You can't wipe something out and pretend as though it didn't happen just because you chose to change your narrative when things couldn't go your way. That's not how it works. You are the one who advocated for Dre's ex-husband to get custody of the kids. You are the one who picked apart Dre and have audio on your channel. You are the one who has done all of those things, but you have the audacity to sit there and talk about it somebody else? No. It doesn't work like that. And that's why people are looking at you like you're stupid.
Tell them to take photos of her backyard, go up to the gate and see about things, say Dre's mom's house on live because someone says they're at Tucson, go over there and take some pictures for me. All of this has been archived. She goes up the next day and says it didn't happen because she deletes the live, but she's done all of those things. Saying that she's going to go down to Tucson. She's going to bring Justin with her. She's going to drive Letitia with her around to go see Dre. Like, so it's okay for them to make Dre's life hard because they believe she's the bad person. But if people question Letitia, you need to leave her alone because she's going through something really tough.
So make it make sense, Katie. Okay. You can first advocate for Marvon. Okay. Advocate for Miss Letitia. Advocate for Miss Juanette. Okay. And then once that doesn't work out, then you can turn around, advocate for Abba, advocate for his wife, advocate for weeks for the children to be in a safer environment. Okay. And then you can change your narrative again. Now, this is the third time we're on. Now it's you're advocating for Dre. You have the same videos on your channel. You have not deleted those videos where you have picked apart Dre. You've talked about her looks. You called her a murderer. But then you can sit there on your moral high horse and talk about other people and what they've done when you've done the exact same thing, if not worse. Girl, bye. Miss me with that bullshit. You need to make it make sense. And it's funny to me because you're talking about other people deleting videos. You care so much about Dre. You're sitting here trying to advocate for her now, but yet the videos of you literally picking her apart, calling her a drag queen, talking about the audio, talking about how you think that Vaughn was abused, all of those things are still on your channel as we speak. Make it make sense.
Send to Letitia.
Yes, I gave it to you. All right, there you go. Now you're fucking pushing it. Now, and now you're gonna make me fucking do this. All right, fine. You want to make me fucking? You're gonna put me in a position where I have to fucking prove it, then I'll fucking do it.
I thought we were talking.
You know, you're
Okay, so she's screaming at Michelle because Michelle brought up the fact that a woman gave $1,200 to her. I don't think it's as much as Molly is believing everything that Letitia says, because Letitia told her about Marvon's past. Letitia told her about her past. I've talked shit about a lot of people, Amy. Taki, you're gone.
And it shows you don't like to hear the truth, because somebody can come in there and tell you about yourself and tell you the way that you are because they see right through you. And what do? You block them. But somebody can come in here today, tomorrow, the next day, and they could say something to me. And I'd say, okay, I'm not going to block them unless they're being disrespectful. You block anybody who doesn't perpetuate your narrative. That's why I call you a cult leader. Because you're only going to surround yourself with people who think just like you, who act just like you, who are malicious just like you, who are ignorant, most importantly. Let's put it that way. They're too ignorant to do their own due diligence, their own research, go through your channel, see all the shit that you have on your channel about Dre, but yet you're sitting here acting like you never said a damn thing about her. And then you want to sit here and say you take responsibility for what you said in the beginning. Girl, you have never took responsibility for anything, because if you did, you wouldn't still be earning revenue on the very channel that you talked about Dre. You wouldn't have those videos on your channel. And that shows right there what your motive is.
I'm just sitting, I have been neutral for over a month. So.
No, you sound stupid. You haven't been neutral. First, you were advocating for Ms. Letitia. Then she left because she didn't want nothing to do with your ass. So then you started advocating for Abba. Then whatever happened with them, who knows? And then you just decided, okay, I'm going to advocate for Dre. The desperation is real. The gaslighting is real. The manipulation is real. The brainwashing is real.
Oh, that's where I've been.
real fucking bitch. You're doing this on purpose to put me on the fucking spot, to make me show fucking shit.
I thought we were talking calm. Have I hit a nerve?
No,
She asks about $1,200 and Molly loses it. Those appearances in the situation, but Michelle talking to her about $1,200 is mean. And Michelle's not like wild this time. She's not yelling. She's being very calm.
How would you like to be accused of something that you didn't do, Katie? But 9 times out of 10, everything that you've been accused of, you did, in my opinion. But the point is that when you're accused of something, of course you're going to be upset, especially when that person doesn't have evidence to back it up. It's just a rumor or whatever. And I don't know what the case is. Exactly. Thank you, Justin. Took the words right out of my mouth. When you accuse somebody of something, of course they're going to be mad and upset. And you're talking about Michelle like you probably talked to her behind the scenes. Good luck with that, Katie.
Telling the truth.
this is mean.
It's not
Is
mean,
what
it's
you're
the truth,
doing.
Molly. I'm telling the truth.
No, what you're doing is,
No,
there
I'm
you
telling
go.
the truth. I'm telling the truth, Molly.
there you go. Here you go. I'll fucking share it. You're an asshole. You're an asshole for making me do this.
This live was this morning. This is this morning.
This is, you know what? You better make the sign of the cross, because for you making me and forcing you to do this,
Nobody's like, do you see how dramatic she's being? Like, Michelle's not asking her to do anything.
Brainwashing. If somebody gets on your panel and accuses you of something that you didn't do, Katie, what are you going to do? Just sit there? No. Anybody brings up Emily Baker to Katie and watch how she acts. She'll lose her shit for multiple reasons. The number one being she's jealous of her. But bring up Emily Baker and see what she does. Go on her panel and talk about Emily Baker and the story of what went down between the two of them and why she started talking so much crap about Emily Baker, and see what Katie does. All you're doing is gaslighting and brainwashing right here, and basically trying to make it look like Molly is this bad person. But if somebody comes up on my panel and accuses me of something, I'm going to be pissed off too.
a real piece of shit. You really are.
I'm not cursing
There you go. Here you go.
What?
There. Get a fucking look at it. Are you happy? Are you
So,
fucking happy?
What she ends up putting up on her screen, I can't show it to you, but it's basically a payment that she had sent to Letitia, and the date of the payment was from a few days, from like August 8th. She had sent $1,200 to Letitia, and then she requested a refund. So if a payment that Molly sent to her via PayPal, she sent Letitia $1,200 on August 8th. And then Letitia, she requested a refund from Letitia's cab business, and it was refunded to her on the 15th. So she received a refund from Letitia on August 15th for $1,200. I actually do watch, I don't watch the lives. This was actually sent to me by a follower. So
Quit lying. You watch every single one of Molly's live streams, Katie. There's no way that you would get the things that you get as quickly as you do. Okay, there's sometimes you're posting clips of Molly 2 minutes after it happens. You trying to tell me that your follower sends that to you that quick? Yeah, she's twisting it. I know. She twists everything. Everything. She backtracked really fast. And that's what she does. You'll notice that when she starts backtracking, she's lying. But that's most of the time anyway. Right. She oh boy.
So one of my followers was watching this. They screen recorded it because she's already like taken this down. Are they talking about the Chelsea thing from like a million years ago? Oh my God. They're really struggling to find anything to drag me from. Something I apologized from Chelsea from years ago when I was doing a skit. Okay.
You never apologize. Another lie. You never apologized.
Could somebody ask for their money back?
No, this is 1,200. Look at that, Savannah, 1,200.
It was refunded? I asked for an attorney. You see how you changed the subject?
Oh, I don't even know who the fuck it is.
Okay, so she's talking to her about the attorney, and then suddenly she shows her two times that she's refunded from Letitia twice. Okay.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
We know that the majority of things that she's saying is a lie because that's what Katie does best. She lies.
This isn't hurtful to me.
Yes, it is. I disagree.
So I'm not going to look at my chat. I keep getting distracted. Sorry, guys. So the money that she said someone gave you $1,200, and I don't know if it was to pay the lawyer. I don't know who it was. And she had sent $1,200 to Letitia. Then Letitia sent her money back.
Regardless, it's none of your business. And I can tell by the way that you're acting that you are talking to Michelle, in my opinion, behind the scenes, allegedly. That's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. If you want to ask questions, Katie, why don't you get up on Molly's panel and ask her questions? No, you're too much of a coward to do that. And you know that you would walk off that panel looking stupid. That's why you won't.
And then Letitia she sent Letitia money. Letitia sent her money back. There's a couple of transactions that she shows on her PayPal that you can see on the screen, and it's $1,200. So she received a refund from Letitia this week from someone who was screaming and yelling at people about requesting refunds from Letitia.
The attorney is.
Okay, and then here she says she doesn't know who the attorney is. Check.
So is that why, which you know damn well why it is what you see it is on that screen, Katie? So because she asked Miss Letitia for a refund, you think, and then you have Unirock fly off the handle and say Molly abandons Miss Letitia because Molly asked for a refund. But Molly still speaks with Miss Letitia. Okay? And justice for all. You don't know the backstory behind that. And Molly nor anyone else owes you an explanation for shit. Hold on, I'm reading that. I don't get it. If they're so dang worried about all the money, why do they just not shut their big mouths and just go to court? I mean, they know it all. Right. I hope everyone knows this is not normal behavior. This is not okay. Hurt people hurt people. Remember that. Absolutely, Heather. 100%. This isn't normal behavior. It's not normal behavior to walk around hurting people. It's not normal behavior to obsessively stalk someone's channel in this way just so you can play it and flip narratives. It's different if you're doing commentary debunking somebody or calling them out on their bullshit, but that's not what Katie's doing here. She is using every situation that happens on Molly's channel and flipping it to fit her narrative. That's all she's doing. And it's not normal. This is not normal behavior. And that's not just me saying, it's my opinion, but I also think it's fact. It's not normal behavior to be this worried about someone else and using it for content. And then to sit there and be a hypocrite and talk about Molly putting her PayPal things in her chat. It's her channel. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Promoting being a life coach. Why are you that worried about someone that you have never met? And the only thing that you're doing is you're jealous and you're vengeful. And it's not normal how jealous you are, in my opinion.
This out.
London, I asked for an attorney. You see how you changed the subject?
Oh, I don't even know who the fucking attorney is.
Oh, but you were collecting money and GoFundMe's. Wouldn't you want to know who that attorney is, Molly? If you're putting cash apps on your page, wouldn't you want to know who you're collecting money for?
So before she said she knew who the attorney is, she said she knew the attorney because the attorney was the one that she said was doxxed. Now, when she's showing her refunds and Michelle said, oh, is that I'm looking for the attorney. I'm looking for information on the attorney. I'm assuming that Michelle would have appreciated like a receipt from the attorney, an invoice. And she says, I don't even know.
She doesn't owe Michelle shit. She doesn't have to show Michelle anything. What don't you get? Just because a person comes on panel and demands something for you, it doesn't mean that you have to tell them anything. And at the end of the day, you're sitting here talking about Molly said, first of all, Ms. Letitia is the one who said that the attorney was doxxed. That's all that matters because Ms. Letitia is the one who's the client. And it's her decision if she wants to disclose that information. And if somebody puts that information out there maliciously, then to me, that's a dox.
Who the attorney is. When 5 minutes before she said the attorney was the one that was doxxed. Now, 5 minutes later, she doesn't know who the attorney is.
And what's crazy to me, KJ, is even people in your comment section, and it's probably people that do care about you and have been following you, telling you that this is hurtful to you. They're not joking. This is very hurtful to you. What any kind of image that you have left, because you have literally obsessively talked about this story, but now you're just obsessively attacking people and obsessively attacking a fellow creator that wants nothing to do with you. And it's all because you blame Molly for why Miss Letitia doesn't want anything to do with you. When in reality, that's not the case. Miss Letitia is a grown woman, like I said, and she can make her own decisions. But with you, it's all about Molly. And it's damaging to you. You're only hurting yourself because anybody with half a brain standing on the outside looking in and watching you and watching this type of toxic, obsessive behavior, that's what they're going to think about you anytime that they go look for you or want to do research on you. This is what they're going to find. You're sealing the deal for yourself because you are showing that you have no self-control and zero self-awareness.
If you're
It's not
collecting
my
money,
business.
well, why would you collect money if you didn't know? What do you mean it's not your business? It should be your business. If you have a page and you're telling people to donate to something, if you're telling people to donate
Because
to
I don't believe she's a liar.
well, you knew that she has fraud charges.
No. You're talking about shit from, you're talking about shit from 20 years ago. This would
It
be like
doesn't
me
matter,
saying
don't
you're
you
about to
think-
go out tonight and drink and
Don't-
drive and kill
don't-
yourself,
I
right?
didn't say you got my DUI,
Exactly,
we're not.
but you're saying the same fucking thing.
Sorry if that echoed you guys. I forgot to mute. Molly is absolutely right. You should not judge people by their past. The only one who sits there on their high horse and judges people for their past is KJ. But yet there's all kinds of excuses as to why she was drunk driving. Even though it was a long time ago, it's okay for her to bring up other people's past and try to ruin their credibility. But when somebody does it to her and they bring up her past, there's always an excuse. Oh, I was young. I made a mistake and I never did it again. It doesn't matter. If you want to sit there and judge people for their past, they can do the same to you. And Molly's right. I agree with her 100%. If Molly chooses to trust Ms. Letitia, then that's on Molly. That's her choice. That's her decision. And she is fully capable of making decisions for herself and her channel. Therefore, it's not fair just to judge someone for their past because we all have a past. And it wouldn't be fair to judge Ms. Letitia for her past and say, well, you did this 20 years ago, so you could do this again. That's not fair. Not everyone thinks like that. And just like Molly said to Michelle, Michelle has a history of driving while intoxicated. So does that mean tomorrow you're going to drive while you're intoxicated? So you shouldn't have a car?
But no, Molly. Don't you think
Yes,
should
what
know?
you're doing.
No. Don't you think they should know that
That's
she's
what you're
fucking
doing.
silly?
That's not
She's
okay
driving
with
a
that.
cab. She drives a cab. She could have taken off of money. She could have rented an apartment to stay by Vaughn.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
How do I know?
And then
Research.
she had to refund all of those people?
But she wouldn't have had to if she would have been transparent. You said you wanted to be transparent about this, Molly. You said you wanted to be transparent.
I want to also have respect.
No, transparency is letting people know where money went, and you didn't do that.
I believe that she gave it. Listen.
No, I don't believe.
I don't honestly. Listen. How did she go see Vaughn?
She was about to say, I don't know how the money was spent, but then she backed up. Like, she literally was about to say, I don't know how the money was spent, but she completely backed up. I'm gonna rewind that.
I also have respect.
No, transparency is letting people know where money went, and you didn't do that.
I believe that she gave it. Listen.
No, I don't believe.
I don't honestly. Listen.
She said, I don't honestly. She almost said, I don't honestly know where the money went.
How did she go see Vaughn? Do you?
No, that's you and you're trying to perpetuate and continue to perpetuate by lying, Katie. That doesn't even sound like what she was going to say. And even if she was, it's still none of your business. Heather says, so in essence, what she's saying is she herself, KJ, has no grounds to ever have a fundraiser if something tragic happens to her, because she herself has charges worse than Miss Letitia would ever. Exactly. 100.
You believe that she saw Vaughn?
I do, and you know how I know she saw Vaughn?
All right. So you know she saw Vaughn.
Dre let her see him for free.
No, she did not.
No, she
That
did
is not a fact. That is not a fact.
Prove it.
She had
Prove
to
it.
pay the lawyer to
Prove
make the deal.
Where's the attorney? Where's the?
She goes, she had to pay a lawyer to make the deal. Boom. Like that just is proof. And listen, you guys, I don't know what happened with the situation. I will say this. If Letitia had attorneys, she wouldn't be talking like this.
Damn it, I forgot to mute again. So basically, if Miss here's the thing. Katie, does that mean that you don't have attorneys? Because you've been running your mouth ever since the day you've been sued, okay? You wouldn't be acting like this right now, okay? If your attorneys, for one, if you had attorneys, or for two, if your attorneys were smart enough. Because all of this, everything that you're doing here can be used against you, in my opinion. It proves your obsessive behavior and how you get obsessed with people and you attack people and you abuse people mentally and verbally. And that's what you've been doing. You've literally changed your narrative with this story 3 different times. And Miss Letitia isn't talking. What are you talking about? She's had a couple interviews, but she has never, ever talked about anything regarding Dre or got into specifics about those things or nothing. And at the end of the day, you are the only one that continues to talk about this story. You're the only one. Nobody else is. Everyone else is trying to move on, but yet we still care about Miss Letitia. But of course, if there's nothing new to update people on, then you're going to move on, right? But supposedly you care so much about other people that you're continuing on with this. That's not the case. This is content for you, and that is all you're doing. Tell me, when is the last time that you pulled up somebody's live stream and commentated on it? When? It's been a while.
Attorney, Molly.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. What attorney did she pay? Show me a retainer.
This is why you're not married. This is why you now have a.
So Molly said she was sending the money directly to the attorney. Yeah. It's totally a scam.
Anymore.
There's listen, if you want to prove your case to an attorney or you need to show proof, take my videos. That's defamation. You have no proof of that, Katie. You have no proof that this is a scam. So unless you're going to prove it, this is defamation for sure. Just my opinion. I'm not an attorney, but anytime you call something a scam and you have no evidence to back it up, that is defamatory.
Don't you go there. My husband had.
Oh, that's the truth, baby. Yeah, you said my marriage is fucked. You know what? You think you ever get married again?
Never. I don't want you.
No one wants you.
Okay. Then she just starts shaming Michelle and says that nobody's ever going to marry her. Because when Molly gets cornered, she does ad hominems and attacks people and makes fun of them. And mocks them and degrades them. And she's live right now, apparently talking sexually to people on her YouTube channel, which I have tried to report repeatedly, and YouTube.
You're so hot and bothered over Molly that you're reporting her YouTube, for one. And for two, you don't even have to be cornered, Katie. You don't even have to be cornered, Katie. And you still verbally and mentally attack people, throw them under the bus, slander people, talk about their looks, talk about every single thing that you possibly can. And you don't have to be cornered for it. You just actually do it because you get pleasure out of it.
Does not take them down. I don't know what to do with her videos.
Like, I don't. It is so very hard for me to understand how somebody can be so unaware of their own behavior. Like, you need to look in the mirror and stare in the mirror for a very long time, Katie, because you are completely. Why do you care about Molly's channel? Why do you care about what Molly is doing on her channel? It's none of your business. If you don't watch her and you don't care about her, she doesn't faze you, then why the hell do you keep watching her and saying you don't know what to do about her channel? You don't know what to do about her videos that she uploads. And people are trying to tell me that Molly is worse than her. Keep dreaming. You are literally so obsessively watching Molly, digging up stuff on Molly, trying to find out everything about Molly. And now you just said this whole thing is a scam. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you say because you have no credibility at all. However, you can't say those types of things without any evidence to back it up. You're the one who's walking around saying that this is a scam. So prove it. Prove that this is a scam. And if you can't prove it, then you're doing all of this for nothing. And we already know you're doing it for nothing. You're doing it for content. You're sitting here talking about other people making money when you are the very one making money on your Facebook every single time you go live. And you could tell your desperation because you're just trying to find a reason. Like, you're literally trying to find a reason to talk about Molly when there's nothing to fucking talk about. And as I've said before, and I'll continue saying it, this is not me defending Molly. This is me defending what's right, regardless of whether, hypothetically, even if this was true, which I don't believe it is, but even if it was true, this behavior doesn't justify her actions. It does not justify the slimy, disgusting things that she continuously does. But yet you can sit here and talk about if you had attorneys, you wouldn't be talking, blah, 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 blah. First of all, every attorney is different, for one. And you're right. But Miss Letitia hasn't been talking. And if you had good attorneys, KJ, they would be advising you not to be running around bullying people, harassing people, attacking people, mentally and verbally abusing people. They would not be suggesting that you do these types of things because it can be used against you. Look at how you act on a story that you have only talked about for a month. Wow. It's almost over.
Yeah, let me play you some things here.
It's Katie Joy.
So this is her last night, and I'm assuming she's doing this right now, but she thinks it's funny to impersonate me by calling men that she doesn't know and degrade me and then get them to get sexualized. This is who the family is trusting to raise money for them.
could pop my chin out. You want to see it? Yeah, I could pop it out. I'm calling from Minnesota, St. Olaf. Yeah, it's real boring up here. So you know what I do? I sit up on the internet.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. She's not impersonating Katie. She's just not. She's not impersonating her. She's literally, she may have used Katie's name, but she's not impersonating her. And people are allowed to impersonate and do improv on the internet. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not that funny, but this is funny. And KJ obviously has no sense of humor. She can't really relate to people, none of that kind of stuff. She's just, but regardless, she doesn't sound like you, Katie. The only thing she used is your name. She's not impersonating you. I don't know who would want to impersonate you and act like you. Nobody. Like, seriously.
Minnesota, I told you. I'm Katie Joy.
I know you're from Minnesota, but you said it's so boring up there.
Oh, well, I'm renting a space in Pennsylvania right now.
So you're in Pennsylvania right now?
Well, I'm renting space there.
Oh, okay.
It's costing me a lot of money, but that place is free. And it sucks because I try to get what I want and I ain't getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I know. You know what?
I actually didn't watch her. This was sent to me by a follower this morning because she's pretending to be me. So I don't watch her. This was literally in my inbox.
Like, do you use your brain, Katie? Because that doesn't even sound like you. She may have used your name, but that doesn't sound anything like you. It doesn't.
The follower that sent it to me, I can tell you their name, but I don't want to dox them. They're always in the comments and they're probably participating in this live right now.
The girl be struggling, right? I know. Oh, no. Say my name, Katie Joy. Say Katie Joy. Louder. Come on. Katie Joy. Louder. Yeah, baby. Katie Joy.
And here's the thing. Listen, if there was a creator here on YouTube that did that to me, okay, I literally would laugh my ass off. I would not look at this differently. I really wouldn't. I'm sorry, because I just wouldn't. I can't. I can't. Oh my gosh.
Say my name really loud, Katie Joy. I kind of look like Casey Anthony. Kind of. I could use a facial or five. My jaw kind of goes to one side of my.
If people want to compare this to Chelsea, I did a quick impersonation of her, where I was doing I was being people from the show. And I didn't call people and pretend to be them. It's not.
Spectrum presents useful tips for your useless dish.
Look, babe,
But
they do
it's
a party
okay
wheel out
for
of our
you
old
to
satellite
impersonate
dish.
somebody, though, right?
Show you how to work it.
And at the
You
end
need
of
to
the
go
day,
with the flow.
you've impersonated more than one person. You
What
have
in the
name fun
haberdasheries
people.
is
You
going
don't
on
have any
here?
place to talk
Switch
about
to Spectrum.
look shaming or
Not even
anything.
comparable. But that's what Molly's people are going to do. They're going to try to find anything that I've done. By the way, that was like 3.5 years ago.
Oh, really? So you can come on here and impersonate somebody on the internet, but nobody else can do it to you, and there's a difference, right? Because it was 3 years ago. But other people who have definitely made some mistakes in their past. Everybody goes through hardships. Everybody does make mistakes, but it doesn't matter that was years ago, right? You can use people's past against them when it's convenient for you to fit your narrative, Katie. But nobody can do that to you. Nobody can bring up the things that you've done in the past. There's always an excuse. At least hide your hypocrisy a little bit, just a little bit.
My cheeks go on the other. Just a lousy body. My ex-husband, I don't even know if we're still married because I don't pay attention to him. He's a big fan of swastikas. And I forgot my son's name.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. You know how we roll. Dollar bills are more important.
Out of all the bashing and the slandering that you have done to Molly, you don't like it when the shoe's on the other foot, do you? And I'm going to tell you right now, your husband having a swastika and all those things, I wouldn't doubt it at this time. I could maybe doubt it before, but I don't know if I can doubt it now, especially the way you're acting towards this family. And you're so for Black Lives Matter, but you have put Ms. Letitia at risk. You have dragged this family and used their past against them. And trust me, a lot of Black people are looking at you sideways, Katie. Just to let you know.
Than anyone else, right? Yeah.
You know what's funny is I think she was live for like 12 hours. Someone said she was like live all night. I go to bed and I actually don't go live very often. My YouTube channel, I make edited content on my channel.
Making edited content doesn't make you any better than a live streamer, for one. For two, you used to go live. The only reason why you stopped going live, Katie, is because you couldn't control your behavior. You couldn't control slandering people, talking about people, throwing people under the bus. The same thing that you're doing now. That's why you quit going live. That's why you don't go live on Instagram. Everybody type in Katie's name and go look up her history on Instagram. And you'll see why she doesn't go live anymore, even on YouTube.
Channel. If you go there, you will very rarely find live videos. I do more live stuff over here on Facebook. My YouTube channel is not generally live. So I film, I edit, I upload, boom, 2 or 3 of those a day, spend the mornings with my kid. Like, she's the one that streams 5, 6, 7 hours a day. Sometimes I think when she's saying these things, she's actually talking about herself.
No, actually, Katie, this is a deflection, and you're actually talking for yourself, because at the end of the day, Molly's son is a teenager and your child is younger. But yet you blatantly showed that you were on the internet 16 hours a day. You would have to be. The way that you post, the way that you go live, as many videos as that you upload, you would have to be spending a lot of time on the internet. You can't compare your situation to Molly's. You just can't. Her child is self-efficient and can fend for himself, whereas you, Katie, you have a child that has medical problems And that is horrible. My heart goes out to you. But in the same sense, you can't compare the two. So quit comparing Molly doing live streams on the internet, on YouTube, on her channel, compared to you and what you do with your lifestyle, because you were the last person to talk about somebody spending time with their kids.
Huh? I'm talking to my YouTube live chat. Eating a tamale, drinking iced tea.
So she's doing this tonight, right now on her channel. Me doing an impersonation from a scene in the show is not comparable to calling some guy up, getting him to basically try to ejaculate on air. She was speaking to some guy that she met on a dating app. Well, I don't have to excuse myself because I actually apologized for that impersonation, but I mean, if you're cool with what she's doing, I can't help you.
At the end of the day, it's an improv, Katie. It's a joke. Unfortunately, you don't have a sense of humor, in my opinion, so you might not be able to take that as a joke. But to sit there and talk about that kind of stuff on your Facebook, all I'm saying is it's a joke. That person doesn't know who the hell Katie Joy is. Has no fucking clue. And if he typed in your name, there would probably be 50,000 Katie Joys because it's a common name, okay? Which that will never happen. But the point is that it's a joke and it's really getting under your skin. You're big mad right now, huh? But you can drag Molly all over the internet, bringing up her past, using her past against her. But she does impersonation of you, which I don't even think it was an impersonation of you, and you are all hot and bothered, right?
Oh, now she's doxing my husband. Okay. If she's doing that, you guys just report her. That's all you have to do is report.
Now she's doxing your husband, huh? And how would she be doxing your husband? Everybody knows your husband's name and his last name, so how would she be doxing him? Just curious. How would she dox your husband, and why wouldn't you go back and check? If she doxed your husband, why wouldn't you fact check what somebody just said in the comments? Oh, I'm sure she didn't. If anything, she may have said your husband's name, which we don't know because you didn't go back and watch. If somebody said that in my comment section, I'm going to go back and fact check it before I automatically assume, take it and run away with it. But you don't care about that.
Report the channel. I'm not going to call the police. But you can you can report the video if she's doxing people.
Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, I will pay you to promise you never ever subject us to KJ saying ejaculate ever again. I'll try. That was hard to hear her say. Thank you so much for the super chat. And absolutely. I know she didn't. And if she did, I'm telling you, KJ would have went back and fact checked that. Like she would have at least went back, but it goes with her narrative. So exactly, that's against TOS, Katie. Even if you're not doing it on YouTube, you're not allowed to tell people to mass report somebody over a lie.
I don't know what else to say. But that's her response to everything. When she's pinned in a corner, I'm not going to get a restraining order. It's never worth it. They don't live in my state.
Now, if somebody asked you that had to have been one of your admins or mods. Because the only one that should be getting a restraining order, in my opinion, is Molly. That's just my opinion. Molly should be getting a restraining order because you're the one that cannot stop talking about Molly. It's not the other way around. So you had somebody say that in your comment section. Sorry. It's very clear. Go look at Molly's pages and look at KJ's and see who the one is who's obsessed. Don't look on KJ's YouTube because she tries to keep it off of there. Look on her Facebook. Look at every post that she does. They should be trying to get a restraining order against you because it's creepy obsessive to me.
Like, everyone that tries to make YouTubers bring things like this real life is part of it's part of the issue here. I am not going to get a restraining order, call the police at all. I'm just not going to do that. She should be held responsible and accountable by the platform and not be allowed to do that. That's my opinion.
I think it's very, very funny how you're talking about somebody that's talking to a dating app, and then a dating app, someone tries to spam my comment section with a dating app. Very, very ironic to me, isn't it? Things that make you go,
I have been doxxed so many times on the internet that it's like hysterical. We are doxxed and doxxed and doxxed and doxxed.
The perpetual victim here. You want to know how many times Katie has doxxed? Katie has doxxed every single person that she's collabs with. Katie has doxxed people that she said hi to. Okay? Somebody could say hey to her in her chat and she'll dox them.
That's like literally the least of my concerns right now. I'm public. So if she does that, oh, thank you, Ronnie. What Molly's doing right now is she sees me live and she wants to take away the people that are watching me so that they'll go follow her and watch her.
What? Are you serious? What the hell? Is that true? Are you freaking okay? It's your story. I'm gonna let you tell it, KJ.
Okay. I'm just showing you what she was doing today. So my best guess for why she's doing all of this is she's trying to create drama and attention, to take attention away from what's happening right now on.
What? The only one who's trying to create drama is you. You want the latest gossip. All you got to do is go to Katie's Facebook page. You want to know something about Molly? Go to Katie's Facebook page. It's all on her page.
Situation. There's been a lot of screenshots that were put out, and there was a message that went out from the former moderator that started the Justice for Vaughn page. So if you guys missed it, the Justice for Vaughn admin that literally started the page said last night that this was a scam, said it was fraud in so many words. So the person that started this all moved it to Facebook and got the momentum going. All of that, that person said, this isn't what you think it is. People, I'm not going to sue Molly, you guys. Just stop. I'm not getting into a legal fight with Molly. I'm literally done with being in legal fights. I just had a...
So KJ is going to sit here and lie to you and say that she has no lawsuits. In my opinion, I don't agree with her. I don't believe her. I want to see proof that there are no more lawsuits against her, for one. And for two, you better hope that Molly doesn't want to get in a legal fight with you, Katie. That's just my opinion.
A lawsuit dismissed today or yesterday. Like, I don't have the bandwidth or the interest to sue anyone. It's not worth my time. If it's not Molly, it's going to be somebody else. In this business, you could sue everyone every day for something they said, and it's just not what I do.
But you see, in this business, or even when it comes to other people's business or whatever it is, whatever kind of business that they have, it's not okay to make defamatory comments about people and make up lies about people, which is all the same. You cannot lie about somebody and lie on somebody, lie on their business. You can't do those types of things without there being any kind of repercussions for it. Some people may not want to do anything, but then there are some people where you can hurt their business. You can hurt their image by making up lies about them. The same way you did with Tati, the same way you did with all of the lawsuits that you're currently in. You cannot go around lying on people and think that it's okay. Two wrongs, exactly, because she took the words out of my mouth. Two are going to court in 2023. 7M and Todd Chrisley. Exactly. Two wrongs do not make a right. And it's not okay to walk around defaming people, lying on people. It's not okay.
Okay.
And you see what Steve says right here. She's going to sit here and say, which is another lie. You're sitting here saying that you don't have the time to, put lawsuits or actively be in lawsuits with people and sue people, but yet you did that to Steve. Yes, it's true. I want her subs. Like, you do those types of things, and it's like, that's all you do is lie. Nothing you say is credible to me. Just my opinion.
Stop wasting the chat. Well, you know. It is. At the end of the day, I feel like it is water in the cup of mine. And if I wanted to have a drink, I would have a drink, but it's 9 o'clock and I'm probably going to go downstairs and watch some Netflix in a minute. But I wanted to, again, come on here and share with you what is going on and just try to be as transparent with you as possible. And listen, like, you guys are entitled to watch whoever you want to watch. You can watch a million different YouTubers. You can have a million different people that you care about, that you subscribe to. I mean, we have so many in this house that we subscribe to. I feel like, you know, everyone has something.
Okay, first of all, that noise is very annoying for one, very unprofessional in my opinion. Okay, and for two, how can you sit there and say everybody can go where they want to go, but then you complain that Molly is live while you're live because she wants to take your subs, or she wants her subs to go over and watch her? Like, how can you say one thing and totally contradict yourself in the very next sentence? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
To offer. I just want some resolution in the situation, and I hope there will be a resolution in the future. I think she's going to want to pretend to just this whole situation didn't happen, just like LB is doing right now. Like, I'm just going to move on and pretend like this whole thing wasn't true. The best thing, my opinion, that you can do in a situation like this is, if you were brought into a situation that you weren't aware of and then you become aware of it, is to be honest with your audience. I have not met my match. I've had probably people way worse than her that I've dealt with, like cult leaders, people that abuse children. So Molly's sort of like really low level to me. Like, she's not even really like.
If Molly is so low level, then why do you keep stalking her? In my opinion, why do you keep following everything that she does if she's so low level? And how are you going to sit there and talk about you've dealt with way worse people than her? When people say, that's, again, your comprehension is off, Katie, because when people say you met your match, you want to know what that means? First of all, in my opinion, what that means is she's not going to put up with your shit. She's not. I wouldn't put up with your shit either, and I'm not. Therefore, if you don't know what could happen when you're constantly messing with somebody and you push them to a point where they have to do something about it. And I'm not talking about in any physical way. I'm talking about legally. And this is the points. These are the boundaries, Katie, that you always cross. You always cross these boundaries. And that's why you have active lawsuits, because you push people and you push people. It's the same thing that you did to Tati. You kept pushing her. You kept lying on her. Then you started lying on her husband. And finally she said, enough is enough. And you could sit there and lie till your face turns blue and say that she wouldn't have won. That's a lie. You settled with her for a reason. You settled with her. Okay? Just remember that. You settled with her. Or she settled with you. Whatever, however you want to look at it. Regardless, if you wouldn't have settled for what it was that Tati wanted you to do, you probably would have been having to still pay you would have had to continue to pay Tati until 2045 or something. Who knows? The point is that you get obsessive and then you overstep your boundaries, and you can only push somebody so far before they react, before they start saying, okay, that's it. This isn't about Molly stands or any stands whatsoever. This is about, it's very, very clear what you're doing here. This isn't me defending Molly. This isn't me defending justice for all. And I've said it millions of times. This is me defending what is right and what you've done to Miss Letitia. And you have become overly obsessed with Molly because you blame her for everything. But at the end of the day, you can only push someone so far before they say, that's it. I'm not going to let her do this. And when people in the comments are saying you met your match, all they're saying is she's not going to put up with your crap. If you're going to keep talking about her, well, then you know what? She's going to call a hotline and pretend to be you as a fucking joke. And it's obvious that it made you mad. Obviously.
Anything in terms of like who she is or what she's coming for me.
And the sad part is I've been watching this from the very beginning. Molly has never came for KJ. I've watched it all. KJ got upset because Molly did a video where she said she can't confirm, which is something that a lot of people say when it comes to KJ. And KJ literally made either it was a community post or a Facebook post and dug up Molly's past, put up her mug shots. And she literally, even then, Molly really wasn't saying too much about her. Molly hasn't been really attacking Katie. She's been trying to keep quiet. It's you that keeps attacking her. I've literally watched this whole thing play out. This whole entire thing. I've been covering your coverage on this story since the beginning. She didn't start with you. Going on a video and respectfully saying, I can't confirm is not coming for you. But you and your huge ego couldn't take that. And you and your huge ego couldn't take the fact that Ms. Letitia didn't want anything to do with you anymore. And that Molly built a bond with Ms. Letitia and her family. And you just couldn't take that. And you've been the one relentlessly attacking her. Shit, you attacked Justice for All, and all he did was come into your chat and say, hey. And you called him pathetic. You are the one who keeps attacking, not the other way around.
Anyways, I'm gonna get off because I don't want to go watch some YouTube, or not some YouTube. I want to go watch some Netflix.
We got into television largely because of people from Iowa.
Don't lie, you just busted yourself. You're about to go watch Molly's videos. You're about to go watch Molly live at that moment. That's what you were about to do.
Success.
Netflix. If Unirock goes live, I might be in his chat later. One of his admins sent me a link to his Discord today. I don't know if he wants to talk to me or not. Anyways, I'm going to get off because I don't want to go watch some YouTube, or not some YouTube. I want to go watch some Netflix. If Unirock goes live, I might be in his chat later. One of his admins sent me a link to his Discord today. I don't know if he wants to talk to me or not. My biggest thing, I don't have time for, I used to have a second channel and I just didn't have time for it, man. I barely have time for the platforms that I have.
If you didn't have time for the platforms that you had, Katie, you wouldn't be on Facebook 24/7 the way that you are. Make it make sense, sweetheart.
But I'm not nonsense. No matter how many times you say I'm nonsense, I'm not nonsense.
I don't think that you're the nonsense channel, but I do think you have something to do with that channel. I find it very convenient how that channel just magically appeared. once you started pushing this narrative where you are now an advocate for Dre. So I find it very ironic. It's very ironic how all of a sudden Unirock is you literally you needed someone to help perpetuate your narrative. So I can see very clearly that you have something to do with that channel. I'm sure you speak with them. I'm sure you give them information. And to be honest with you, it's kind of odd how earlier, obviously, I had more people in my chat, which means more exposure to show who you truly are. And then conveniently, my StreamYard starts messing up. It's weird. It's very, very weird to me. I don't trust anything about you. I've already heard that you've been trying to hack other people. Okay. So you are definitely somebody that cannot be trusted. And this isn't paranoia at all. This is just the truth. And at the end of the day, you have done everything that you can to attack. And no matter how much you say you're not aligned with the nonsense channel, I disagree. But that's my opinion.
And, you know, there's other stuff and other cases that are happening, and I don't want anything to do with any of these other cases. I don't want people to insert themselves in other cases. I don't want people to cause drama in other situations that are unrelated to this. I don't know if he is going live. Let me see. He's been going live earlier, so I don't know. I don't think he's, wait. He's going live. Oh, he's late. He's supposed to be live right now. I'm definitely not nonsense. So Unirock has there's people waiting right now in his live.
As if you didn't know that he was going live. You knew exactly. That's why you slipped up and said, I'm going to go watch YouTube. Oh, no, I mean Netflix. No, you know your ass is going to be on YouTube. Back and forth watching Molly, then Unirock. Molly, then Unirock. In my opinion, you are not going to stop with this, in my opinion. And I feel like the reason why you chose to even take on the Dre McCray story, the Justice for Vaughn story, is because you've seen she's a pretty big influencer on Facebook. So I think that intrigued you. And now it's just come to a point where you're obsessed with the people who are directly involved with Ms. Letitia and her family. And in the beginning of you perpetuating narratives, it was you by yourself. So you had to get Unirock on board, and then of course this nonsense channels on board. I wonder who the next person is who's going to be on board.
I am not drunk, but if you're talking about her, I don't know. So thank you guys for being here. Follow me here if you haven't. If you missed my latest video on YouTube, it's right here. It's Anna Duggar's missing from huge family events. Oh, someone like put out a video that Jana Duggar moved, and I can't, that's been completely unverified. I've talked to 3 sources. No one has said that's true. I talked to a family source. I talked to let's see.
You know, maybe I should start reporting on the Duggars, because you're always trying to discredit someone else who speaks on the Duggars. I noticed that about you. That's what you do. And that's somebody that you're talking about. I can guarantee it's another person that you're jealous of. But maybe I should start reporting on the Duggars, because I bet you I could find sources that are way more credible than the ones that you talk to. Bet.
I talked to a friend, and I talked to a friend of that has like a friend of the Duggars and then a friend of the kids. and neither one of them said that Jana has moved out. So I don't know where that rumor started, but it's not true as far as I know. But I'm still waiting to hear back. Thanks, Patsy. If you haven't followed me over on YouTube, make sure to check out my channel. My channel is, let me just send you over here right now.
About what happened with the sisters and sort of what.
If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I do a lot of Duggar stuff, and that's my channel. Today I did a Sister Wives video. I did a video on Janelle yesterday, and I'm waiting to get some sort of confirmation. 2 people have told me that Jana has not moved out, and then 2 other people are looking into it for me. So a video was put out. She moved out in April, and Laura lives in Indiana. So I don't know where it started from. Yeah, but check out my Instagram, my YouTube channel, and subscribe over there. And I sometimes go live, but not always. But yeah, I'm gonna go see about watching Unirock, maybe sitting down. Yeah. Bye, guys. And like, it's been so humid. You know how your hair is supposed to get, you know how when it's humid, your hair is supposed to get really like big? Does anyone have the opposite effect when it gets humid, and does your hair just get like really flat? That's like how my hair has been lately. It's just been very flat. Flat from the humidity. All right. Good night, guys.
No, thank you. I don't want to subscribe to your YouTube. I have way better things to do. What did he do to that backdrop? He's always doing something. Anyway, I don't want to subscribe to your YouTube, but regardless, here's the conclusion of all of this. I think that KJ is a horrible person, and she always will be. It's going to take something really, really big for her to change. At the end of the day, I don't think that she's going to stop talking or harassing Ms. Letitia, or I think she's going to try to continue on with this because right now it's content for her. This is her content. So, of course, she's going to continue to talk about it. As long as it continues to earn her money, she's going to keep talking about it. However, I do think that it's smart that Molly and Justice for All, anyone who is directly involved with the family, to stop acknowledging her is a good thing because she's not worth it. She doesn't really have a sense of humor. So, of course, with that whole what Molly did, which I'm going to go watch that live as soon as I'm done here. But anyway, I literally, that was funny as hell. But anyway, she just is not that type of person that has a sense of humor to look at that as a joke. Like, I don't care if I don't like somebody. Katie could do that to me tomorrow and I would fucking laugh at her. I would literally laugh. But I just don't see her stopping anytime soon. As long as she can continue to earn revenue on Facebook, she's going to continue to do it because this is all about money with KJ, and she's done whatever she could to keep herself inserted in the story. If she couldn't keep herself inserted with the family, then she tried to get with the other side of the family, and now she's just flat out advocating for Dre. And I think that that is the most funniest thing, when the videos of Dre and her talking about Dre's looks, everything that she has done is still on her channel. And why? Because she's still earning money off of that. So why would she take it down? Okay. So I just want for people to see And I'm not talking about most people here, because most people here know how she is. I want people to see her for who she truly is. Every single day when I do a video, somebody is in my comment section saying, I left her. Thank you so much for your commentary on her. I will continue to call her out for as long as possible, because she is a horrible person and nobody deserves this. Nobody. And I'm not saying that I don't have empathy for Dre, but at the end of the day, the main person that I have empathy for is the person who's in a coma right now, which is Vaughn. And that's the way Katie was at one time too, until the family kicked her to the curb. But I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming back and watching me. Sorry for what happened. I'm going to do some research, because that was weird. That was really, really weird. And it's something that's never happened to me before. And I know that Justice for All said that this has happened to him before. So it could be just something that I did wrong. But you just never know. You never know. Nonsense. KJ is incapable of empathy. I agree. Sociopath, I have no idea. Narcissist, yes, in my opinion, but something's not right. When you become so obsessed with somebody that you're literally watching and just watching every single thing that they do, that's not normal. And just like Heather said, this is not normal behavior. A normal person would not react to things in this way. A normal person doesn't go around just hurting people just because a family respectfully parted ways with her. It's just, that's not how it works. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for coming back. And I love you guys. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be more stuff to talk about tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Make sure that if you didn't watch part 1, go watch part 1. This is part 2. And that's it. I love y'all. Thank you to my amazing mods. Thank you to all my new members. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. And thank you for being amazing. All of you guys. I love you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces. Love y'all. Don't mind my nails. They're just bad. I need to do them over again. I love you guys. Have an amazing night. Deuces.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit so sharp.